Mike Mentzer was unbeatable until Arnold Schwarzenegger got involved. He gained 14 pounds of muscle in 1 year. The judges didn't recognize him. They thought he was a completely different person. But before Mike Mentzer became a legend, he was a broken man sitting at 245 pounds, too depressed to even touch a weight. This is the part of his story no one talks about. 1971. Mentzer is 29 years old. He enters the Mr. America and places 10th. Not great. But something happens at that contest that changes his life forever. He meets Casey Viator. He meets Arthur Jones. They introduce him to a training philosophy that goes against everything the bodybuilding world believes in. Less volume, more intensity. Train harder, not longer. Mentzer doesn't just listen. He becomes obsessed, and his body starts responding like never before. He's making the best gains of his life. Everything is clicking. He can feel that greatness is close. Then his shoulder explodes. A freak accident on dumbbell flies. The weight slips. His right shoulder tears out of the joint. Ligaments shredded. Tendons wrecked. 10 years later, his wife could still hear that shoulder clicking from across the room, but the real damage wasn't physical. 8 months off. No training. No progress. No purpose. Mentzer doesn't just lose his physique. He loses himself. Depression hits. He stops caring. The weight piles on. 245 pounds of a man who used to dream about being the best in the world. Most people would have stayed there. Comfortable. Forgotten. This is where most people quit. But something in 1974 pulls him back. Not ambition. Disgust. He looks in the mirror and doesn't recognize what he sees. So he starts again. 3 days a week. A couple of sets per body part. No big comeback plan. No competition goals. Just a man trying to feel like himself again. And then something strange happens. The muscle comes back. Fast. Almost unnaturally fast. Like his body had been waiting for permission. That's when the switch flips. He enters the 1975 IFBB Mr. America. Places third behind Robbie Robinson and Roger Callard. Respectable. But Mentzer doesn't want respectable. He goes back to Washington with his brother Ray and trains like something is chasing him. Heavy. Brutal. The kind of training that breaks most people. Now here's where the story gets ridiculous. He comes back the next year. Steps on stage. And the judges literally do not know who they are looking at. 14 pounds of new muscle on an already muscular frame. People in the audience think he's a different human being. He goes from a distant third to a dominant first. Every single judge votes for him. Every judge except one, Arnold Schwarzenegger, who just happened to be Roger Callard's training partner. But none of that mattered, because Mike Mentzer felt something that night that he would carry for the rest of his life. He said the emotion hit him so hard he had to fight back tears on stage. He stood there under those lights and forced himself to absorb every detail, every sound, every face in the crowd, every smell in that auditorium. He burned that moment into his memory like a scar he wanted to keep. The Mr. Universe title came later. He called it anticlimactic. No emotion, no rush, just another stepping stone. But that night at the America, when a kid from a tiny Pennsylvania Dutch farming town proved that the whole bodybuilding world had been training wrong, that wasn't just a victory. That was revenge against every version of himself that almost gave up.